Hey guys, welcome back to MMA Library. Today in MMA and UFC news, Beneil Dariush believes he will finish Charles Oliveira when the pair face off in May. During a recent interview, this is what Dariush had to say.
So there's a lot of different ways I see the fight going, but the way I have to prepare for the fight is a 3-round war where Charles is, able to put me in bad positions and I have to work my way out, and then I have to be ready for all his dynamic striking, from his kicks to jumps to elbows to all of it. That's the way I'm going to prepare for the fight. But but I think I'm going to get the finish either in the first or the second round. That's how I think in my mind. I'm going to just be who I am, and then when he gets excited, I'll get excited, and then it'll turn into a crazy fight like everybody's talking about.
Dana White is back this week with an all-new recipe. Let's check it out.
What's up, everybody? It's Friday here at UFC headquarters, and today we will be trying the pumpkin cheesecake enchiladas. Create a pumpkin cheesecake filling with cream cheese, sugar, brown sugar, and cinnamon. Add in a packet of pudding mix and fold into pumpkin puree. Divide the filling into tortillas and roll it up. Brush the tops with melted butter and sprinkle with cinnamon sugar mixture. Air fry it at 400 degrees. Top it off with some whipped cream, caramel sauce, and graham cracker crumbs. It's messy, but that is literally one of the best things I've ever had, since doing Friday. This is right up there with the apple pie nachos, but this is actually better than the apple pie nachos, if you can believe that. Winner.
During a recent edition of the MMA Hour, Bo Nickal insists that he would be a great matchup for Alex Pereira. Here's the clip.
That's a relatively, I would say, I'm not going to say easy fight because he's dangerous, but as far as styles go, that's a great matchup for me. I watched their fight a couple times, and the grappling, the striking exchanges are super impressive. That goes without saying. Is they're absolutely elite strikers, but when they get a hold of each other, it's just almost like funny. Like I'm like laughing at like how they're moving and what they're doing and stuff, because it's maybe they feel that way about me when I'm like hitting pads and hitting the bag and stuff. But I just feel like if I grabbed a hold of either of those guys, it wouldn't go well for them. And I think everybody knows that. So that's not something that's like a shocking statement or that's outlandish in my opinion.
What do you guys think about Bo Nickal's comments? Do you think he and Alex Pereira would be a good matchup? Let us know your opinion in the comment section. Conor McGregor has arrived in Las Vegas to begin shooting this year's season of The Ultimate Fighter. Here's some footage of McGregor arriving at the Apex Arena.
What's up, Dave? What's up, lads? Alex, alright? What's up?
So we're still waiting on ETA from Dana.
Alexander Volkanovski's coach, Eugene Bareman, gives his take on what division we may see Volkanovski compete in next.
What would you like to see Alex do next? Would you like to see him try to get this rematch, or do you want to see him go back down to 45?
If you're asking me, and it's never my decision, it's a team decision.
Sure.
Go back to 45. I mean, obviously there's a fight that's sitting right there. Right. I don't know what Islam's doing. Like if he's gonna fight soon, or if he's fighting twice a year, or I don't even know anything to do. I'm not sure what his plans are. We have a fight locked in if Alex wants it, and it's a very difficult fight. In many ways, a much more difficult fight than the one we just had versus So I think that's a challenge, and I think he should probably take it.
Anthony Smith gives his first thoughts on the recently announced fight between him and Johnny Walker that's set to go down in May.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good fight. It's one that's kind of come up a bunch of times as possibilities. And it's just for whatever reason hasn't worked out wherever we are in the rankings, wherever he's coming off a loss, I'm coming off a win, or even flip-flopped. It hasn't worked out at this point. So I think he's on a little bit of a streak here. He's got a little bit of a hot streak as far as just his popularity. And I think it's probably time. So we'll go in there. We'll do it. I got a lot of respect for the danger factor when it comes to Johnny Walker. I'm gonna try to not, I don't know, get on him, but I think that I'm more skilled everywhere. He's absolutely dangerous. He's probably more powerful. He's unpredictable. He's definitely an athlete. He's really big. He's a huge light heavyweight. So, there's a lot of danger factor there as far as early, but I think I just, mind my P's and Q's and play my game and do my thing. I think it'll be just fine.
Conor McGregor's coach, John Kavanagh, believes McGregor's fight against Michael Chandler later in the year may resemble the Irishman's fight against Chad Mendes back in 2015. Here's what Kavanagh had to say.
I think it could resemble a little bit the Mendes fight. Mendes was that style, blocky guy, big punches, big double legs. So I think that's how it could go. And Conor has a good record against those kind of orthodox, stocky wrestlers with big overhand rights and big double legs. So it's an exciting one to prepare for. Chandler is he's an excellent fighter. He's got a great resume, and I suppose we'll have a couple of weeks of being around each other and coaching against each other, and I'm sure there'll be some funny interactions with how all that goes during that, and then we'll have to build up to the fight. So this year is going to be a big one for sure.
Alex Pereira believes that Cyril Gane is a harder fight for John Jones than Francis Ngannou. However, Pereira still believes Jones can get the win over Gane. I think he's really coming to dominate. It's never easy, but I think this fight will be much harder than if he had fought Ngannou. Ngannou is stronger and would want to trade punches with John Jones, and Jones is very experienced, has a great defense. So I think he would beat Ngannou easily. The fight with Gane is a bit harder for him, but I also think he wins. It's a bit more difficult because Gane is smart and a bit more scared in a good way, not to come trading with John Jones, which makes him a more difficult fight. Henry Cejudo reiterates his desire to fight Alexander Volkanovski in a recent video uploaded to his YouTube channel.
But where am I getting at, guys? Why are people dismissing me against Alexander Volkanovski? Okay, he defended a couple of takedowns, but guess what? Islam's not an Olympic champion. Guess what? Islam doesn't have my striking. Guess what? He's not faster than me. Guess what? Yeah, he is bigger than me, but I'm a smaller target. It's the same reason why people are super problematic with Alexander Volkanovski is the simple fact that he's short, he's fun-sized, and he has that against him. But I will not be fighting Alexander Volkanovski at 155 pounds. Bring him down to 145 pounds, bring him down a featherweight, and that's, at the end of the day, guys, that's my ultimate goal. I'm going to win my belt, I'm going to defend my belt, and then I'm going straight to Alexander Volkanovski. That's the deal that I have with the UFC. That's the deal that I have with my manager. And everything goes straight. I will be fighting this dude in the near future.
Guys, thanks so much for checking out the video. If you like the content we do here on this channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to MMA Library for all the latest MMA and UFC news. We'll see you in the next video.